The Last Revenge. In a small Appalachian town nestled deep in the West Virginia mountains, Ethan lived a quiet life. His hands always smelled of apple orchards and wet earth. For 3 years, he'd been with Emily. Her laugh could cut through the morning fog like sunlight, and it warmed every cold corner of his heart. Their dreams were simple: a little cabin on the ridge, a few acres, kids running wild through the woods. But there was Shane. Shane was the sheriff's son. Daddy owned half the county. Coal money, pill money, whatever dirty cash flowed through these hollows. Shane took whatever he wanted: cars, girls, respect. He saw Emily at the county fair and decided she was next. One October night, Ethan was waiting for her by the old orchard gate when Shane's blacked-out Ram 2500 rolled up. Shane stepped out, grabbed Emily by the wrist, and shoved her into the truck. Ethan ran at them, but Shane's two buddies, off-duty deputies with badges and bad attitudes, beat him into the dirt. Shane leaned out the window and spat, "She's mine now, hillbilly." Ethan lay in the mud and blood while the taillights disappeared up the mountain. Rain fell hard, but the fire inside him burned hotter. Emily vanished. Nobody talked. The sheriff's office said she left on her own. Her parents told Ethan to let it go. 3 days later, her older sister found him drunk on the porch and whispered. The words tumbled out of her like broken glass. "He's got her locked up in his daddy's hunting lodge outside Charleston. She's pregnant, Ethan, and it ain't yours." The world went black. He didn't speak for a week. Then one night he woke up knowing exactly what he had to do. Killing Shane would be too merciful. Shane needed to lose everything, slowly, painfully. He sold his truck, took every dime he'd saved, and went to the city. He didn't buy a gun. That was for amateurs. He studied Shane instead, learned his routes, his dealers, his habits, found Shane's head enforcer Bobby, whose little brother was doing 15 years for pills Shane had put on the street. Ethan offered Bobby money, a lot of money. He said, "Just get me one video." Bobby agreed. Then Ethan got to Emily, slipped past the guards one minute and found her sitting on the edge of the bed, eyes hollow. "Kill me, Ethan. I'm already dead." He took her hand. "You're still mine. Just do one thing. Get close to him again. Make him trust me. I'm getting you out." Something flickered in her eyes. Hope or hate? He couldn't tell. She nodded. 3 months passed. Shane, arrogant as ever, started believing Emily actually loved him. One night, she poured him whiskey, slipped a couple of his own OxyContins in it, and waited till he passed out cold. Ethan walked in with a camera. They stripped Shane naked. Emily cut her own palm and wrote across his chest in her blood, "I am a rapist." They tied her panties around his face, took photos from every angle. Then Ethan used Shane's own phone to send the pictures, plus every text, every video, every ledger of the pill operation to every contact, every cop, every news station, every social media account in the state. The video titled, "Sheriff's Son Shane Caldwell, Rapist, Dealer, Coward." By morning, West Virginia was on fire. The sheriff was arrested by lunchtime. State police raided every property the family owned. Shane's friends ghosted him. His money dried up overnight. He tried to shoot himself in his daddy's garage, but his hands shook too bad, and he only blew off 2 fingers. Ethan took Emily home. They got married in the little Baptist church, but she never smiled again. A year later, she hanged herself from the same apple tree where they used to kiss. Her note was short.
You got your revenge. I never got mine. Ethan buried her on the ridge. Then he went looking for Shane. Found him living under a bridge in Charleston, scabbed up, shaking, begging for change. Shane saw him and started crying. Please, man, just finish it.
Ethan sat down beside him, pulled out the same pistol he carried for a year, and smiled. No, you live. Every morning you wake up and remember my face. Every night you remember hers. He pressed the gun into Shane's trembling hand and walked away. 3 days later, Shane put the barrel in his mouth and pulled the trigger. Ethan went back to the mountains. Lives alone now. Some nights he sits on the porch and swears he can still hear Emily laughing in the wind. But the laugh is bitter now, because revenge doesn't save anyone. It just drags everyone down with it.